Hello guys, HAWKWARZTOYZ here, and today we're taking a look at the Mandalorian and Grogu from The Mandalorian. Guys, I'm so excited to have this figure in my collection and I can't wait to show you all the details. But before we start, if you are new to the channel and you want to check out the latest Hot Toys releases, posting videos and live streams, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification icon so you don't miss anything. Alright guys, enough of the talking, let's start with the unboxing. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, and here we have the box, and as you can see we have a nice picture of the Mandalorian in the front, of course with Din Djarin's head sculpt, the banner at the bottom. This is the side, nothing there. Now this is the back with all the curse and warning, small pieces, do not need it. Now this is the other side of the box with the continuation of the banner with the Mandalorian there. And last but not least we have the bottom, Star Wars, and the top of the box with the Star Wars logo there. And as you can see, as any other Star Wars figure, this is a shoebox style. So let me crack this baby open and see what else we have inside. And of course, the insert art, very classic with now every Hot Toys release. Now you have a Din Djarin there with Grogu and of course the Boba Fett helmet and armor. The first tray, we have a bunch of accessories including the hands and of course the jetpack there. So don't worry, I'm gonna show you everything in the accessory section. Now the next tray is of course the figure and the brand new smell of a Hot Toys. Alright guys, so now let me show you the figure here. I love this chrome version, looking really nice. This is the figure, behind it we have the accessories. So what I'm gonna do is take everything out and take a closer look at the accessories. And here we have all the accessories, and we're gonna start with this because as you can see guys, this is the deluxe edition and comes with a lot of accessories. So on the top we have the flame effects. At the bottom we have some other accessories including the hands, of course a bunch of them. We have the gun and the jetpack here. And as you can see, this one is nicely painted in chrome and I love that version. The back is magnetic, so you can put it in the back of the figure with no issues whatsoever. And that's pretty much it. It's a lot, I know, you know what that is. Then we have this beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. And let me tell you guys, this image doesn't make justice. The likeness of Pedro Pascal is on point. It looks really nice. Even the beard looking nice. This is the hair nicely sculpted. You can see paint application nicely done. Maybe we could argue that the expression of the face is not the greatest, but you know what? It looks really nice. Even this detail on the hair, Hot Toys really nailed it. It does look as Pedro Pascal for sure. Then we have Grogu. You know, you cannot have any Mandalorian figure without Grogu, and here we have him looking really nice, very similar to the previous Mandalorian version, so really nothing new in this area. I can wait for the Ahsoka one because that one is articulated, so that will be a good plus. Then we have this little bag here where you can put Grogu inside. Underneath you have some type of base, so you can actually put the figure in it with no issues. We have the spear here looking nicely done. Love the paint application in chrome. It looks like metal, but obviously it is not. It is plastic, but it looks very nice. Then we have the rifle here. Again, nothing new in this area, very similar to the previous version. You can actually put this on the figure in the front, and of course you can connect it in the back with the little magnets there, looking really, really nice. As you can see, this is the front. Then we have the Darksaber, and this one here looks amazing. I love the paint application. The lightsaber looks awesome with this white effect and of course black. Then we have the base. Yes, it is a reusable base, as you can see. I mean, what else can I say? It is the same base over and over and over again. But, you know, if you want to use it, please go ahead. Now, this accessory here is from the deluxe edition, so you can put this on the suit bike if you have one. I don't have one, so I'm not going to use this, but, you know, you can display it with this and put it in the little accessory in the front. We have the jetpack from Boba Fett looking awesome. I love the paint application and of course the rustiness on it looking really nice. This is the bottom and this is the front, and of course we have the helmet. Now I was very impressed by this thing because, believe it or not, it is not just this, right? Underneath you have more details, and that's a really huge plus. Love the paint application, of course, the rustiness looking awesome. Then we have this piece here that you can actually use it with all those accessories that I just showed you. Now this is exclusive edition, as you can see, looking really nice. And last but not least, we have this little I guess, thingy here that you can use to put other accessories and of course hang it in that stick over there. And that's pretty much it for the accessories. Alright guys, so now let's take a closer look at the Mandalorian figure here, and let me tell you, this chrome looks amazing. In person looks even more shinier. Let me get my tape and see how tall this figure actually is. And the Mandalorian is about 12 inches tall. Alright guys, so now let's take a closer look at this figure, because let me tell you, there's a lot of details going on compared to the previous edition. As you can see, the paint application throughout the figure is really nice because it is chrome. Love that shininess that it has. You can see the side with some weathering, and of course the paint looking awesome. This is the top of the helmet. And of course we have the front, right? Continuation of that awesome shiny effect. Now on the shoulder pads, you can see that piece over there, and of course the gauntlets looking really nice. Now one thing that I can see that is different from the previous version is the little piece in the front, right? Underneath the belt. That's a different pattern because the other one is pretty much gray. We have those Beskar armor there looking very nice as well, and of course the boots with these little accessories there. Underneath the feet there's no weathering whatsoever, but you can see the weathering on the side of the boot, and of course there's two pieces, so it will not be an issue for the articulation. Then this is the back looking nice. You can see some dents and of course the chrome paint application over there. Now the cape is wired, and that's a huge plus, as you can see here. So for poses you can pretty much do a lot with this thing. Now this is the front, and that's basically it. Now for the articulation, you can move the head up and down this much, and to the sides this much. For the arm, you can lift it for about this much, some swivel here, lift it front for about this much, and back for about this much. Now this thing has double joint on the elbow, so that's a huge plus, and of course the classic peg articulation on the hand. Now for the torso, that's where the fun begins, because there's really not much articulation or swivel on the torso, maybe because of the fat suit. You can do a split for about this much, some swivel here on the thighs. You can lift the leg forward for about this much and back just a little bit for about this much. Then you have double joint on the knees, that's nice. And last but not least, you have some swivel and pivot on the feet. So that's good for balancing and poses. Alright guys, so now let me show you the head sculpt here. And as you can see guys, this head sculpt looks amazing, especially when you put it on the body. The proportions are very nice, and of course the expression of the eyes, paint application, it looks really nice. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the review, if you have this figure in hand, it's gonna look even better. You can see that everything blends together very nice. I think the proportion of the head is nice compared to the overall body, as you can see here. So for one thing, this is a very nice head sculpt. Now let me show you this with the transport trooper. Yes, you can actually put this on the transport trooper. So I'm going to show you how this is done. As you can see, proportion wise looks very nice. If you have a spare figure, you can definitely use it. Now the only thing you need to do is pretty much remove everything, including the neck of this particular figure, and then you put the head sculpt, and that's it. Alright guys, so now for a comparison here, I'm going to show you the Mandalorian next to the transport trooper with Din Djarin's head sculpt. As you can see, it looks awesome. Then we have the Beskar Mando here, and as you can see, obviously the new one is better in terms of chrome paint application. And last but not least, we have Bo-Katan. If you haven't seen the review, I'm gonna put the card right up there. Alright guys, so now let's do some poses here. And what we're gonna start is a very simple pose. We have Din Djarin here holding his helmet, looking really nice. As you can see, this pose is very simple. Of course, I have him holding the dark saber, which looks amazing, right? You don't need some light up feature. It looks awesome just with the lights. And then we have Grogu, of course. Now for the next one, it is a very simple pose again. I kind of like going slow here, right? I don't want to do too many crazy poses or super dynamic ones where you can do simple as this one, for example, holding Grogu, and that beautiful scene at the end of the last season where you see Mando speaking with Grogu. So it looks really nice. Very cute pose here. Now for the next one, we have the transport trooper, and this is more, you know, a close-up of how this will look with the head sculpt. Proportion wise, as I mentioned before, looks really nice. As you can see here, if you have some patience, you can tweak the armor and make it look even better. But overall, if you have this figure and you don't want to use the head sculpt with the Mando, you can actually do that with the transport trooper. So that's a huge plus if you ask me. And that's basically it for this pose. Now for the next one, we have Mando holding the Darksaber and of course the Beskar spear here. So as you can see, because it is very shiny, it looks amazing with this blue reflection. I think it looks amazing. This pose is very simple. I just did some tweaking here on the cape, and that's pretty much it. I mean, really, you don't have to do much. This figure is really good overall. And last but certainly not least, we have another simple pose here. And here we have Mando holding Grogu, holding the helmet of Boba Fett, and holding a bunch of things. He's pretty much living. He's moving, right? And it looks really nice. This Grogu looks pretty cool. As you can see, we have the helmet of Boba Fett. We have the Mandalorian here. Now, this pose seems to be easy, but it kind of gave me some hard time. You know, I was trying to align the arms, trying not to screw everything up. Alright guys, my final thoughts about this figure is actually very positive. Starting with the likeness, I think this is a really good representation of the Mandalorian and seen in the Mandalorian show. Now the head sculpt looks really nice. Maybe we can argue that the likeness is not 100%, but hey, it looks really, really good to me. In person, actually looks much, much better. Now in terms of accessories, this figure comes with a lot. This is the deluxe edition, so you can have so many options in terms of poses. You can use the accessories for the suit bike if you have one. You can use Grogu like this. You have a bunch of hands. You have the jetpack, the Darksaber, the spear, you name it. Now in terms of articulation, this figure is pretty good. You can do really nice poses, so you will have no issues whatsoever displaying your figure. And because of that, my final score is 9 out of 10. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also guys, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, ManAFACollectibles, TikTok, ManAFACollectibles, and our Facebook group, 6Scale Media, for anything related 1/6 figures. Both links in the description below. And if you have some time, check out these two cool videos. And as always, be well, and see you around in the next video.